Hello again, this is Eric, and welcome to this video. Many of you who have completed Reiki 1 will be very happy with what you've been able to do for yourself and for others on your Reiki journey so far. So some of you might be asking, well, what's next? The answer is Reiki 2. So what happens on a Reiki 2 course? Well, the first thing is that you meet 3 of the 5 Reiki symbols. And this is actually quite exciting because by using these symbols, you can start to do things with Reiki that you weren't able to before. The first of these symbols is called the power or intensifier symbol. And although it has a lot of other applications, the main thing we use it for is to amplify the flow of Reiki when we give treatments. Of course, this is nearly always a huge plus. The second symbol has various names, but they all mean something along the lines of the one that directs the energy towards the psychological, the emotional, or the spiritual side. Now, before Reiki 2, the energy itself was mostly making the decisions about how it would be distributed between mind, body, and emotions. However, by using this symbol, we now get a lot more control over what's happening in our treatments. If we want to give someone a psychological or emotional treatment, we can now ask for that by using this symbol. Last but not least is the distance symbol. This is also very exciting because this allows us to send Reiki across space and backwards and forwards in time. Up until now, we've been treating people who were here, now. But by sending Reiki across space, we can send Reiki to anyone on the planet. And not only that, but most of us are suffering consciously or unconsciously as a result of painful experiences in our past. And although it may seem a bit strange, we can actually use the distance symbol to heal our past. By sending Reiki backwards in time, it's as if we're rewinding and thus releasing some of the burden that we're carrying today as a result of those past experiences. Now, as well as learning these 3 symbols, it's fairly likely that you will revisit the 5 guidelines that you learnt on Reiki 1. But apart from that, different teachers will probably teach you different things on the Reiki 2 course. There are 2 other areas that I cover. The first of these is some techniques to help ground you, to help you harness and harvest Reiki energy, and to give you a better sense of what's going on energetically inside the mind and the body of the person that you treat. Now, there are various techniques for doing this that weren't brought to the West when Reiki first appeared here. It was only in the 1990s that they were unearthed in Japan by some intrepid Reiki researchers who went there and brought them back to us. The other thing that I like to cover on the course is focusing on your theoretical and practical understanding of Reiki. There are different ways to do this. I start by working with a set of FAQs, frequently asked questions, which are things that you might want to know about Reiki or that others might ask you before they receive a treatment from you. Different people have different views of Reiki, so you may all end up with different answers to these FAQs. But what I'm aiming at is to give you real confidence that the answers you have are true to your experience and to your beliefs about Reiki, and not something rather woolly that you just picked up somewhere. Once we've looked at the FAQs, I go on to what's called the practitioner checklist. Now, you don't need to worry. Even if you have no intention of ever working professionally with Reiki, pretty much everything on this checklist is designed to be useful for everyone. However, if you are looking at a life as a professional healer, wouldn't it be good to be prepared for that? Well, my aim is to do just that, to prepare you for a possible career in Reiki if you choose to do that. And in fact, several of my students set up successful clinics within a few short months of completing Reiki 2. So that's what's on the Reiki 2 course. For most people, it's a really worthwhile and exciting next step. And like Reiki 1, it's covered in the course of a weekend. And that means it's very quick and easy to learn. So if you feel that the time is right for you to take the next step, I hope to hear from you soon.